Hey guys, what's up? whippycake here today with a very extreme makeup tutorial. This is actually going to be my submission for the 2015 NYX Face Awards. Alright, so the NYX Face Awards is basically a competition for makeup artists and creative people on YouTube. So this is my connect the dot look, and I came up with this concept because I feel like being a girl in the beauty world is rough. And there's too many things and people telling us how to be and all these lines and rules to follow. And my interpretation is that we all have our own connect the dot picture, but each of us connects our dot differently. So at the end of the day, your picture is gonna look different than everybody else's, but it's gonna be yours and you're gonna love it and you're gonna own it. I'm gonna show you how to get this look. Let's go ahead and start from the beginning. All right, to start out, I'm just applying a illuminating primer all over my face, and I'm gonna let it set all the way, and then I'm gonna move on to foundation. So I'm actually gonna use two different shades of foundation. I'm gonna use a lighter color along the T-zone, and then a darker color around the lower half and corners of my face to start the contouring process. All right, now I'm gonna take a cream concealer and a double-sided concealer brush, and I'm gonna start defining my face and using the concealer to brighten underneath my eyes and highlight my eyebrows. I have a little bit of concealer left, so I'm gonna use that to outline my lips. It will make them look fuller and it will save me a little bit of product from going to waste. Now that I have my base on, I'm actually gonna start to section off my face. I'm taking a white color correcting concealer and I'm gonna draw a line down the center of my face. Then I'm going to blend that line inwards to kind of smooth out so it's defining the two sections. Now I'm gonna highlight and contour, focusing extreme contouring on the left side and subtle, very subtle highlighting on the connect the dot side. Since I'm doing a lot of angles with this look, I'm actually gonna cheat and use a card to keep my contouring nice and crisp. Using a blush brush, I'm gonna take a matte Marsala color of blush and apply it in the center of my cheek. Using my NYX illuminator, I'm gonna make a drastic angled highlight with my card and a blush brush. Then I'm just gonna take my blush brush again and blend those two lines together. Now I'm gonna apply a concealer that is 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin, just in this area in a triangle to really open up my cheekbones and make them look like they're sitting nice and high and sharp. All right, I'm gonna take my contouring color again and add some definition along my jawline and around my hairline. Because I'm trying to make my connect the dot side like a really blank, clean canvas, I'm not gonna contour very much. I'm actually just gonna use a subtle, natural nude color for my contour. And last for the contouring step, I'm gonna contour my nose using a fine point contour brush. You know what time it is. It's eyebrow time. So I'm gonna do a dark, defined, sultry eyebrow on this side, and I'm gonna do an invisible white concealed eyebrow on this side. I am shading in my eyebrow with a dark eyebrow cream, and then I'm gonna contrast it with an eyebrow pencil. Now, because that's just not dramatic enough, I'm gonna have to define it just a little bit more with my NYX Wonder pencil. So I'm gonna highlight the tail and kind of basically outline it so it's really, really sharp and defined. And now for the favorite part of the look, which is the eyeshadow. I'm gonna kick it off with a nice good primer. This is NYX Proof It eyeshadow primer, and I'm gonna apply it to my lid and let it set before I apply my eyeshadow. I'm gonna use my finger to blot on some very nude matte eyeshadow as my base, and then I'm gonna highlight. Now I'm going to line the inner corner of my eye with this retractable eyeliner from NYX in white, and then I'm gonna blend it out a little bit. So I'm gonna start shading from going lighter colors to darker. So I'm gonna do kind of a medium taupe. And since you can never have enough highlighter, I'm gonna highlight underneath the tail of my eyebrow to really make that sultry contrast pop and make my eye look nice and lifted. And now working to the under eye, I'm gonna start with lighter colors first and then go all the way to my darker colors last. So I'm using a nudish taupe shimmer. Now I'm gonna take a medium shade of like a suede color with a good shimmer to it and apply that just a little bit closer to the eye. And then for my darkest color, I'm using like a rich, dark rust brown. And I'm gonna line my eye with it and just kind of blend it going out and down. And then I'm gonna blend those three colors all together using a medium blending brush. Now I'm gonna take my squishy little beauty blender I'm gonna use a little bit of a powder foundation just to clean up underneath my eye a little bit. Now I'm gonna rock your world with some eyeliner to kind of sharpen up my eyelid a little bit before I do some mascara. So I'm using this retractable liner in black from NYX. I'm just gonna do a tiny bit of the liner on the top corner, outer corner of my eye, and then I'm gonna blend it a little bit, just like a very micro cat eye. Now I'm gonna mascara the crap out of my eye. Pretend like this face disappeared because we're only gonna work on this side of my face now. Starting with more highlighting. We're gonna do some more Wonder Pencil to conceal my eyebrow. I'm gonna do some cream concealer over my eyebrow as well, just to cover that up a little bit more. I'm gonna use my Beauty Blender and some powder foundation to set that one more time. I'm gonna NYX proof it again with my shadow primer. So I'm gonna take a nude eyeshadow that's matte and I'm gonna blot it on my eyelid all over. What do you know? More white highlighter. We're gonna do the inside creases and just start highlighting it up. I'm gonna use a bisque eyeshadow all over my eye. And now for the highlighter. Ooh. Ah. One last step before I start connecting the dots is highlighting. I'm gonna actually take a larger highlighting brush and I'm gonna highlight kind of triangular shapes and angles all along my face. And now for the superstar of the total look, it's this vinyl liquid liner from NYX. And let me tell you, this is the perfect thing to use when you're trying to get a very crisp line. A little trick to get you started, I would experiment on your hand, give yourself some hand tattoos so you can steady your hand, get used to using the liner. All right, now that I've practiced a little bit using my liquid liner on my hand, I'm gonna start outlining my facial features with the liner, starting at the top of my face, working my way down, and then when I'm done with that, I will start to connect the dots with my little accent jewels. Now we get to connect the dots, and to do that, I'm gonna use a eyelash glue and some little craft rhinestones, and I'm gonna apply them right at all the points and peaks of my lines. Let the glue get a little bit tacky because that's gonna help the rhinestones stick a lot better. There's just one last missing piece of the puzzle, and that would be the lips, you guys. So I'm gonna use my Wonder Pencil one last time. I'm gonna outline my lips nice and sharp on the outside of the lip line. And then I've got two fabulous colors here. I've got an orange high voltage lipstick from NYX, and then I've got this Street Cred matte lipstick to go on the top, also from NYX. You guys, I almost forgot to put an eyelash on. We forgot mascara and eyelash. Then this eye just needs a little bit of a curl and one coat of mascara, and we are done. I hope you're as excited as I am about how this makeup turned out. Can't wait to see what happens with the NYX Face Awards. Cross your fingers for me. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and come back soon for more creative videos.